Hello my lovelies, Rob here at and in Kickback Garage. In this video we will be, listen, I'm not going to promise anything. I really do want to get this pressure tested, interior and fired up. I hope. That won't be tonight, but it will be definitely in this video, no matter how long it takes. I'm ready to pressure test this. So grab coffee. I'm on one of these, Sulbel Toddy, and I'll see you after the intro. The weather outside isn't actually too bad. It's a bit warm actually. Well, it's not warm, but it's been warm. It's warmer than it was. It's just very windy. But my son was actually out on his KTM today, this afternoon, and I really want to get out on my two-rid because I want to run this in before clock run, hopefully. And predicted okay weather the next week or so. So, although this could be our first fall spring. Rob, what are you talking about? I don't know. This is concentrate, lad. Concentrate. Right. So, as you can see, or maybe not, I'm going to tell you anyway, I have fit the MB scooters pressure testing kit, and it is very good. It consists of a plate. I have got these in the TS1 type as well. I'd really like this nice, solid, really thick aluminium plate. I just stick that on a gasket. You can probably just use sealant or something. And this around here. And the reason why I'm babbling is I'm a little bit excited or I'm worried that this isn't going to work. I need to tell you what I did. If you didn't see the last video where you saw the little pinhole, then go back up there and see that. I'll throw a link in one of the top hand corners. But I want to show you with a little bit of wobbly cam, if I can. Finn, who came with the Vespa engine, he also came with some JB Weld. And can we see, I'm going to see if I can zoom in when I edit this. But you can see this area here is a little bit darker than the rest. So what I did, I used a little screwdriver, penciled in some JB Weld, and that actually went through the little hole and on the back side. So I've sort of flattened it out on the back side as well, so it's like a little mushroom. So it's got a bit of a top on it on the other side as well, and hopefully that means at least this hole, hopefully, will be airtight. And I really don't want to pump that thing because I'm a bit worried about the outcome. To be honest, I was so sure that it was the cylinder bolt. Not cylinder bolt, what am I talking about? The inlet bolt. But no, it wasn't. It was a hole. And I ended up taking off the manifold 3 times. Luckily, I bust. It's not luckily that I bust some inlet gaskets, but I did have 3 and I bust 2 of them. So this is the last one. So I really didn't want to take that off again. So I didn't when I fit the JB Weld. Right, let's stop waffling. Can I put that somewhere so you can see it? What if I put it? Can I put it here? Do you think? No, I can't. It's not. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually I can. So then I can put the position the camera like this. Can I look? Okay, now I'm worried. Pumps up pretty quick, which is promising. Let's see if it stops. This is about 6.5 psi. I think it's actually more than it should be able to. Oh, look at that needle! Look at that needle! I don't mind it losing 1 psi, which is what, I'm not sure what that is to be honest. I think it's about 50 spirogitometers in about 10 minutes. But that's going so slowly. That looks really good. I'm actually really happy with that. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to just get my searchy spray. Oi. Can you please just put it up there? You've seen it. It's still on 290. I'm going to use this. This is frost spray. That was from the Vespa. Where's my search and rescue spray? It's still on 280, so it's it's doing really well. But I just want to make sure that it's not leaking there. It was leaking there badly, if you remember the last video. But I want to make sure that that is all hunky-dory. Absolutely nothing happening there. Oh, that's such a relief. Can I get it right in that corner there? Absolutely brilliant. I think we're on a winner here. I am absolutely and overwhelmingly pleased. When you work so hard on something, it's still on 280. I think we can say that is a definite win, that is. But what I'm going to do now, I'll save you the annoyance of me working and babbling. I am going to fit the exhaust manifold. I am going to fit the head cowl. I need to fit my spare wheel. I've ordered a couple of new tyres. I'm going to talk about tyres as well when I fit this. Before I start her up, hopefully start her up. Oh my God, please. And I'm going to be fitting that filter as well. So that's why I really want to run her in and test out how that filter does. And I've got a whole bunch of jets because I might be, maybe, possibly need to go down because I was looking at I got an email from Mickey on the 333 sledgehammer on the jet in there, and it's basically the same as what I've got now, and it says if you use a filter with a hole in the side panel, then it's a little bit taller or a little bit richer than what I've got now. So and this is like 100 cubes less, so we'll see. But if it doesn't ride too grumpily, then I might keep it as it is. But anyway, right, onwards and upwards. I've got a nice little shipment of tyres here. These are my all-time favourites. MC20 Monsoon from Sava, Miters, whatever. I really, really like these. The reason why I like these is because living in the Nordics, we do get times with lots of rain. They're absolutely excellent rain tyre. And they work absolutely excellent on gravel too. So we have quite a few gravel roads. So almost every rally I've been to, we end up on some sort of gravel road. Because if you follow GPSs, the best turny, swingy, mountainous roads, a lot of those are actually gravel. So I don't actually mind riding on the gravel. These are excellent. I have... Yeah, so I'm going to be fitting those. I've already fit one on the red one. I need to change out the front tyre on my... What do I need to change out? That is that is the rear tyre for when if the sledgehammer comes. And I need to change that one there. And I have changed one. Yeah, the front tyre is trapeze worn on Tourid. So I'm going to talk a little bit about tyres later on, and because my son is busy with my granddaughter, and the fact that the little lifty thing that I normally use to put the engine into the frame, that is under the everlasting project of this Triumph, which I will be starting up again very soon. Now, I was missing some parts actually, but that's coming back to the show, to the channel. Yeah, so what I did, I asked my friend Little John. So hopefully, you know, the guy who we rode to Denmark together. There's some nice videos about that, and he is the guy I fixed the TV 175 Series 3, the blue one. Before John comes, I want to just explain something about a lot of people. I know a lot of people are going to say JB Weld on the cylinder on the hole is JB Weld on the cylinder, on the hole on the cylinder. That's a really cowboy way to do it, but I'm going to tell you something. So I found the instructions and what JB Weld can withstand, and JB Weld says JB Weld is water resistant, petroleum, chemical resistant when hardened, and acid resistant. It also resists shock, vibration, something that's very important in the Lambretta, and extreme temperature fluctuations, which is something it's not really going to be has to withstand on the Lambretta. JB Weld can withstand a constant temperature of 500 F. That's really high. That's higher than your Lambretta engine. You probably start melting stuff at that temperature, which is 260 Celsius. And the maximum temperature threshold is approximately 600 F or 316 Celsius for 10 minutes. Now, what I think is this. Where's my coffee? I need to get a coffee here because I know I'm going to get some stick for this. Can you see my lovely Kickback logo? There we go. So I've got my coffee. Right, the thing is, I know that the best thing to do would be talk to Landcourt, get the barrel sent back to him. I bet you $1 million because they're so knowledgeable and they are been so helpful. I bet you $1 million that they would fix that in a jiffy. But 2 weeks before Clocker Run, I really need to get this thing on the road. I'm not missing any of the season, and I know, even though I might have a little niggle in the back of my head saying that this is going to fail, I'm 99.9% sure that that little hole in the inlet will not suck the JB Weld out, because they operate in quite low pressures. What is it, 5-6 psi or something like that. And I remember I stripped a Vespa engine 10 years ago, something like that, and they blocked off one of the ports with JB Weld, and that had run for 5 years or something like that, and that is 10 years ago, and as far as I know, that scooter is still running with the same engine block. So it does work. And I actually saw I considered it to be a really big botch, but I'd seen one guy fix a Lambretta engine case under the gearbox with JB Weld, and that did not leak, and it's still going strong, and that is 15 years ago or something like that. So that tiny little pinhole, it does look slightly exaggerated. I cannot get a pin through there, by the way. So it's tiny, 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 but it looked a little bit exaggerated on the blurry camera. But it was big enough to really not hold the pressure. But I'm really sure that that's going to work. And I'm thinking, next time around, in 10 years' time or something, when I take the RT off this scooter, then I would definitely ask them to send it back for replating. Definitely. It's just the time of year. If this was 2 months ago, I would have just sent it off. But because it isn't, season's short, no sign of the sledgehammer, there's no way on earth that I'm going without a scooter on the road. What I could do, I suppose, is I could really get it. Well, once the sledgehammer comes, I could send that off and get that fixed. Maybe I could do that in the winter. But like I said, I'm not really worried that it's not going to hold. We will see. And if it doesn't hold, then it'll be content, won't it? JB Weld, down the barrel, fucks my crankshaft, scores the cylinder. Hey, happy days. Makes you happy. And got something good to watch. That's a slight joke. A slight joke. I don't want that to happen. Right, let's wait for Big John, shall we? Skal den opp på din side?
Ja, jeg skal se. Jeg har det
der. Shit, man. What would you do without you, John? Nice one. Så må du stå der, og så skal jeg si Thank you, Uncle John. I love you so much. Now you know why I call him Big John. Hallo, hallo. Har du god... Ser du at den lyset blinker når jeg snakker? Hallo? Hallo? Jo.
Det er et lys som blinker rødt, da.
Ja, nei, over den, på skjermen. Hallo?
Det er noe som blinker der, i hvert fall.
Hallo?
Ja, det er noe som blinker på skjermen.
Ja. Before Uncle John goes, he wants to announce something. How many subscribers have we reached?
I forgot. Du sa det jo i
1.5 million.
1.5 million.
1.5 million. Woohoo! And the most seen videos are actually the ones when we built his scooter, which you've still got, haven't you?
Yes, I have still got it.
Yep.
175 TV or TV 175?
TV 175. Right, see you later. Before I remove this front wheel, just take a note of the direction that I've fit the tyre. I'm just going to give it a tap here on the axle. Why won't that drop down? Oh yeah, because I've got anti-dive. Here you can see my Series 1. I have fit the tyres the wrong way round. And they are not trapeze worn. They are worn evenly. And that is because with the tyre facing this way, it takes up the braking effects much better. And before you say anything, I have got the exact same brake on both scooters, the Casa Performance brake, and I have got the same springs and the same dampers. So that's not, and I will obviously use the same pressures on these scooters, so that's not the reason why it's worn the way it is. Here we have the back wheel to a normal motorbike, and as you can see, that is sort of the arrow direction pointing to the front. But let's have a look at the front tyre. Front tyre, that is on the opposite way on a motorbike. And that is because the front wheel is basically for turning and braking. And the reason why it's like that on the motorbike is not just because of the turning and braking forces, it's also the fact that you put a lot of weight on that front wheel. When you brake and you get a bit of dive on your fork, even with anti-dive brakes, you should have a tiny little bit of dive because you shift the weight onto the front wheel, and that's the way you're turning on. So the more weight you've got on that, the better, because that gives you better grip. Now, please comment down below, tell me that I'm wrong and I'm talking out my arse. I don't think I am. So this tyre, I am going to bust the bead on it. I'll take it with me to my friend Svein, who's got a bead breaker, and show you how I do that. But yeah, I think I've proven that it just wears a lot better when you have the front tyre the opposite way. Right, I am at Swain's Scooter Spa, and you know that because it says it on the sign. Unfortunately, Swain isn't here today, which is a bit depressing. I thought I was going to have a cup of coffee with him. Got some memories on the wall. It's so cool. Turid and my old DL200. The only reason why that isn't up and running at the moment, still here in Norway, is because the owner is lazy. And there we are with some crazy Swedish people. Look at John, doesn't he look young? Obviously I haven't changed whatsoever. That is Uncle Rob there. Strange. Trip down memory lane. Anyway, this is what I'm here for. It is the bead breaker. It's like the simplest way. It's a little bit big. It's for motorbike tyres. It's the simplest way to get the break the bead, basically. Hence the name. There we go. Do that all the way around, and makes it a doddle to get off. Thing is, I get a lot of comments when I'm messing around with these tubeless wheels. I get a lot of comments about people saying that split rims are so much better and so much less hassle. I actually beg to differ. I've had so many split rims where it's actually been quite impossible to get the tyres off those as well, because they do stick to them after a while. Can I get that off? There you go. I think when I grow up one day, I am going to buy myself one of these. I'm really depressed actually that I didn't. Well, I'm not depressed. That's a bit of a hard word. But I'm a little bit upset with myself that I didn't buy these when they were really cheap here in Norway. Now they're quite expensive. There we go. One done, one down, one to go. And we'll go back home again. Ta-da! Right, so that's it. Whew, that was a bit of a marathon, actually, to tell you the truth. Fit the new front tyre the wrong way around. Listen, if you think that my logic is correct, just be aware that if you have to do a MOT on your scooter and you fit the front tyre the opposite of the directional arrow, then it's a fail. Just so you know. Luckily here in Norway we don't have any MOTs. They trust us. Everybody who's got old shit, they trust us to keep it in the worthy condition it should be, and rideable condition. Right, well, so all the wires plugged in, shock is on, wire, cables, wires, front wheel, everything's tightened up. Let's have a look at that filter. There you go. There is the Cash Performance filter. Carb is on. The fuel is primed. I really need to give this a good clean. Can you see all the flies that are on here from from last year? I actually haven't cleaned it up yet. But what I wanted to say was, it is the middle of the night, as you can see from my window there, pitch black. So my neighbours don't like me the best of times. So what I think I will do is I will knock it on the head this evening, not in this video. So by the magic of internet, I should be starting this up any minute now, hopefully. Right, my lovelies, it's the day after. It's actually the afternoon after. And if you have a look in the garage here, there is no KTM 690 of mine. This is my son's wreck. So I had a visit off a chap that had a look at my bike, and I got what I wanted for it, which is really good. Problem with these sort of bikes, the KTMs that is that a lot of young lads who've got the A2 license, they think they're like the shit. And I've had so many idiots. You cannot barter if you haven't got the money. I've had so many people that I got 10 messages yesterday. But anyway, this one chap, he said, can I come and have a look at it? It was half an hour's drive. He come down here, picked it up, transferred the money to my account. So that means that I am thinking that I'm going to fire off an email to Rimini Lambretta and ask them how much more I have to pay to buy a complete engine without side case and electronics. And hopefully, when that engine comes up, it'll be minimal fuss. Put on the side case, throw it in the scooter, off to Trondheim, hopefully. And I really just hope this starts. I haven't tried it yet, so what I thought I'd do is wheel it outside, look at it. I just love this scooter. Right, so it's the moment of truth. Let's see if we can fire this baby up. Joke, I think. I didn't go down on the pilot, so I really have to. You can't see, can you? Obviously, but let me just do some wobbly cam. It was quite sunny here this morning, which is a shame. I would have actually been able to go for a trip, but needs must. So now I am reduced to just starting it up, and if we get a nice day, it's going to be -degrees again next week. So we'll see. But hopefully I'll be able to run it in before Clocker run if I'm lucky with the weather. Oh, there's quite a hefty compression on that now because the new piston and piston rings and cylinder. Promising. Let's see if there's any life in. It's funny, it sounds a lot more beefy than I remember it sounded. I don't even have to mess around with the tickover. The nice thing is that I can actually see around the manifold where I filled that hole with JB Weld. So I'll keep my eye on that, and if there's anything untoward where I can feel an air leak or something, I know where to look. But it seems it's running sweet as a nut. Tick over, it's actually a little bit weak because it takes a little bit of time. I like it when I rev it up, I like it to the revs to die pretty much straight away. It didn't do that now, but it's not warm, is it? And it's cold out here as well, by the way. But yeah, that's hopefully a success story. That smell, Sebastian. Oh, do you miss it? Oh, the love of two-stroke in the morning. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, people. Don't forget, if you like this kind of stuff, do the old subscribe. Give me the old thumbs up. If you hate the fact that I have fit my tyre the wrong way around or used JB Weld, please make a comment down below. It does help the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ra! Ser du ut ta-ra, eller? Når jeg sier ta-ra, så må du komme ut... Og så må du... Ja, ta-ra, det betyr goodbye. Så må du bare... Så vinker du bare. Later som ingenting, så vinker du i bakgrunnen. So I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ra!